I did it! My research is finished at last. Tomorrow I'll submit it to the professor. It will be a big day. Tomorrow is the anniversary of Dad's disappearance, too. It's already been 10 years. Willy Morgan, the famous archaeologist, vanished under mysterious circumstances. This was the most recurring headline in the newspapers. I'm sorry, Dad. I tried really hard to understand where your final research took you. A hello to Mom, and then to sleep. Unfortunately, she can't be here tomorrow. Her latest expedition in the Amazon is taking longer than expected. Let's hope she receives my email. Good night, Mom. Coming! This postman believes that everything he delivers is urgent. One can never even get a few hours rest. It's only 2 p.m. The day has only just started. Let's see. Bills. A letter for me? Nobody writes to me usually. It's dated July 25th, 2008. The same day my father disappeared. Dear Willy, it's Dad. If you received this letter, it means that my mission didn't go according to plan. I can't linger or I would put your mother and you in danger. You must go to the old inn in Bonetown as soon as possible. Room 09, but never trust anyone. Everything begins there in the warmth of a friendly place. Love, Dad. It certainly isn't a prank. The style and handwriting are my father's. I've looked for clues to his disappearance for 10 years. And I even got a letter from him. I must leave for Bonetown immediately. I'll have to manage somehow, because Mom is still traveling. But Bonetown isn't far. With a little money and a bike, I can get there in a few hours. I saw the bike around the house. There's even some money around here somewhere. Off we go! Perfect! I already found the bike. Or rather, what's left of it. To leave, I'll need all the other parts, too. Hi, I'm Willy. Would you like to take a short tutorial to learn how to handle things in my world? Good. Let's do a quick overview of how to play. Let's start with the basics. By holding down the spacebar or clicking on the icon at the top left, you can highlight the objects with which you can interact. Try to see what happens. Great! As you can see, the hotspots are marked with an icon like this one. If you want to pick up an item, use it, talk to someone, or speed up the dialogue, you can do so by pressing the left mouse button. Now try to pick up the object you spotted a few moments ago. Good. Now let's focus on the inventory. You can open and close it by using the mouse wheel or pressing the I key. Give it a try. Very good. You can examine an item both in the inventory and in your surroundings by pressing the right mouse button. Reopen the inventory and examine the item you just collected. Perfect. We have completed the tutorial. Here's a last bit of useful information. You can skip an ongoing cutscene by pressing Escape. In addition, you can open the pause menu by pressing Escape or by clicking on the menu icon at the top right. Finally, by double-clicking with the mouse on the directional arrows, you can immediately move from one place to another. If you are uncertain of what to do, you can access the Help section included in the pause menu. Let's start. It's a tribute to my favorite band by the artist Glenn Fernandez Sardi. A bicycle wheel. Too easy. I need a ladder to get to it. I can make a very good impression with this. essential for traveling. My trusty old piggy bank. My mother gave it to me as a present. According to her, it's the best way to learn home economics. Or, in other words, learn to save. And judging by the sound the piggy bank makes, I got pretty good at it. Its contents could come in handy. An ordinary incandescent table lamp. It simultaneously illuminates and warms. It's a photo of my cousins, Nate and Sammy Morgan. I haven't heard from them in years, but we were always close. It's a memento. Best leave it here. I wonder what this key opens. No way. If we start by taking a key at the beginning of the adventure, what will happen next? It certainly helped me sleep better. The artist wanted to express the concept of the Übermensch tied down by the instability of human life. All I see is a comfortable armchair in front of a landscape. Maybe this explains why I'm not an artist. It's Furniture in the Valley by Giorgio de Chirico. My mother took almost everything with her for this journey. The lamp is on. When my mother's busy with research, everything else comes second. I better not turn it off. Mom must have had her reasons for leaving it like this. At least I think so. This is the map that led my mother to the discovery of her first sunken shipwreck. I've decided to keep this souvenir as a good luck charm. She's been looking for new treasures ever since. A little like my father, before his disappearance. They were always soulmates. Since my father left, Mom has devoted herself entirely to me and her work. And then I grew up. I don't need a map to get to Bone Town. I already know where it is. Moreover, this isn't a map of our state. I see all that working out has yielded results. Admire my physical prowess. It's the family crest. I don't think it has the same value as that of lords or barons. As a matter of fact, I believe it was created by my father to honor the Morgan roots, in pursuit of knowledge, for glory and posterity. Dad used to say this at the end of bedtime stories, the protagonist of which was invariably a Morgan. It's my mother's alarm clock. Ever since she gave it to me to repair, though, it stopped working altogether. It could contain something important that would be of use to me. They were all written by Elizabeth Reed, my mother. To me, it's a sort of logbook of her travels over the last 10 years. After touring the world, she decided to partly reveal the origin of her discoveries. I'm in many of them, before becoming mature enough to look after our home and carry out my own research. I've already read them all. It doesn't look like the other figurines. Strange object. Let's see what happens when I pull one of the branches. I thought so. Ingenious. Typical of my mother. I bet she designed it. Look at the nice ring inside it. A ring. At first glance, it looks antique. I guess my mother didn't take it with her for fear of losing it. It looks ancient, and there's also an engraving inside. Difficult to make out. S.C. Arvis Mag A. I think I know what it is. I'll put it in the bag. It might come in handy. I love research, but not to this extent. Liquid soap, the modern hygienic solution. I ran out of it this morning. I meant to go shopping, but my plans fell through. I confirm my morning impression. I'm particularly handsome today. And even the pimples I had yesterday have vanished, making room for other smaller ones. I prefer to leave it here. Otherwise, I won't be able to monitor the phases of my puberty. I dare not imagine the fabulous surprises hidden behind this closet door. There's a lot of stuff in here, but it's no use to me. An old bottle of sun lotion. Judging by the date on its cap, I suspect it's dried up completely. Let's take it. One never knows what might come next. Body care beauty products, and the results can be seen. There isn't a drop left. I used it all for the bath I was planning to take. I was ready for a nice relaxing bath. Best to postpone it. I need something to get the plug out. I don't want to get wet. Here's a part of the bicycle, the one it can't do without. It's always good to have one for a pleasant bike ride. There's a lot of stuff still left to sort out. Notes, research. Coming from a family of adventurers, what else could be expected? Every house should have one, by law. It's better than a Swiss Army knife. It can be used for all sorts of things. I feel more at ease taking it with me. I promise when I get back, I'll sort everything in alphabetical or chronological order, just as I've been doing for the last year. It's my toolbox. My very useful tools. If only there was a rubber chicken, but these could come in handy too. We had moved recently, and after my father's disappearance, everything was left as it was. Let's see if this rubber hammer might come in handy. Let's not do that anymore. It's a present from my mother, and I could ruin it. I want to open it with the least possible damage. I see no alternative. Now you'll discover the huge power of a plunger. Nice work. Now I can safely leave home. Well, look what was hiding in the bathtub. Look where you ended up, dear old useful cog. It's certainly a part of the bicycle. I'm amazed by the extremely intelligent use I made of it. see what's wrong with it. Look what was inside it. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. Replacing the internal alarm with the bicycle bell might not have been a brilliant idea. Maybe it didn't deserve to be treated like this. By the looks of it, it seems like a bicycle bell inserted into an alarm clock, which is why the alarm clock stopped working. I think I'll need it shortly. My ancestors were great navigators. According to family legend, our lineage descends from no less than the famous pirate Willy Morgan. But this is another story. It's a work by Vladimir Kush, Departure of the Winged Ship. He's my grandfather, himself a famous archaeologist. He was among the first to discover the lost civilizations of the Amazon. I'm the bookworm of the family. It's a work by the great artist Tiago Huasel. He called it Suhasuna. To remember my little dog Pipoca, and to keep the front door closed. It's Pipoca, as painted by Tiago Huasel. I remember when you could get in there. It works perfectly. I would only run the risk of damaging it. Old reminders. There's information that could be useful. Here are a few notes I've written down lately. Return books to the library, and there's more. Here are a few notes I've written. Read instructions to assemble bicycle, and there's more. Here are a few notes. Tidy boxes in closet, and there's more. It's my bicycle. Or rather, a part of it. The family's book collection. It goes from Ancient Pirate Rituals by LeChuck to Little-Known Pirate Songs by G3. And there's also How to Look for Treasures Without a Map, 5 volumes, by M. Impossible. Owls are not what they seem. Some things still frighten me. How can I possibly use it? Maybe this is the best place for it. From here, I can access the rest of the world. It's a regular gas stove. I can't. When Mom leaves for a trip, she always turns off the gas to avoid any unpleasant surprises. She always says that for a kid my age, the microwave is more than enough. I don't think the incident last year helped. Let's just say that calling the fire department about a burned pan can't exactly be considered my finest moment. They look like tins to store pasta or cookies. In this, my mother used to hide little surprises for me. Let's see if I'm still lucky. Would you look at this? It looks like there's a little emergency money in the bottom of the tins. There's no greater emergency than this. It's quite a bit of money. Once the piggy bank is opened, I could have a small fortune. Very useful when one is always in a hurry. I could do with something to cook. Others use it to cook sweet little furry animals. I prefer heating up something already cooked. This is a brilliant example of how a kitchen can be untidy and clean at the same time. This is a brilliant example. It's the fridge. My mother also uses it as a board for her memos. Pepperoni and pineapple pizza, a real delicacy. Pepperoni and pineapple pizza. Various foods, easy to warm up in the microwave and nutritious enough. Mom always says that milk is good for my fragile bones. That's why we always have a supply in the fridge. I can't take it. It serves an important function in this fridge. I used it temporarily to reinforce one of the shelves. If I pull it out, everything will fall down. I first need to fix the shelf. This screw is loose. There's a risk the shelf might fall. Just what I needed. I couldn't go anywhere without it. Very good. There's still something missing. I'd really love to try it. I think there's still something missing. How professional. Nearly there. Nearly there. Not long to go. It won't come off. It looks like it's bolted on. It certainly helped me sleep better. The screws don't turn. They got rusty with time. The screws don't turn. They got rusty with time. A nice compass. Giotto always had one too, or so they say. Wow! Now in your inventory you have items that you can combine. Doing so is very simple. Open the inventory, select an item with the left mouse button, then select a second item. If successful, wait a few moments and you'll see these items combine and a brand new one will appear. This will certainly be very useful. Try to combine the item you just found with another item you already have in your inventory. The lead is missing. And it came to pass that my criminal career began. Excellent idea. That way I can open it without causing irreparable damage. I wonder how much I've managed to save in the last few months. Expected more. All that noise and all I got is this lot of gears? I don't even know how they ended up in here. An ordinary incandescent table lamp. It simultaneously illuminates and warms. Et voila! Et voila! Excellent! The heat from the lamp is melting the oil. It's ready to use now. rusty screws are loosening up. I also finished the suntan oil. I better leave the empty bottle here. Now it works. From this angle, it looks like one of the bike wheels, coated in feathers. Seeing its contents makes me realize that I didn't invest my savings wisely. It's the wardrobe's top drawer. Empty. I could fill it up with the stuff inside the boxes around the corner in the corridor. Too many drawers. I don't have enough clothes to fill them all. They look like the pedals of a bicycle. They will come in handy. I'll take them with me. Here they are. Too many drawers. I don't have enough clothes to fill them all. Empty. I could fill it up with the stuff inside the boxes around the corner in the corridor. It won't be an ISO 9000 certified ladder, but it will do. Got you, Wheel. No way. If we start... Another part. Almost ready. Making progress. I can glimpse its shape. It's not time yet. Perfect. A few more parts. Not long to go. Nearly there. They connect perfectly. The bike is ready. I just have to take it, and that's it. Bonetown, here I come. Let's go.